All right, guys, we have an interesting video here on the Knives Fast channel today. 5 newish Kizer knives, fast overviews. We have the Aura, the Skinner, the Meteora, the Hidden Agenda, and the Polaris. Now, here's the deal. These are the July releases, and when I'm recording this, we're in the middle of August. So these are going to be fast overviews because most of these are still available. Some of them aren't. And yeah, I just need to get them moving to the next channel. Thanks to Lefty for sending these to me, but he held on to them for a little while. So we're going to jump in and show you now. This is the Aura. This is probably the most, of this group, the most hyped up, the most one everybody was the most excited about of the group. And it's pretty cool. It's very small. You have a beautiful titanium knife with a crystal tie inlay and a lovely hand satin blade that is S45. Yep, S45VN. Now, this is a co-design or a collaboration between absolutely two of my favorite designers, Paul Munko, and there you go, you see him right there, Paul Munko and Jonathan Stiles. By the way, two of the best, coolest people out there. So cool to get to spend time with both of them at Blade Show this year. Love the shape overall. The profile is beautiful, kind of an aggressive drop point harpoon thing in the hand. Again, flat scales but heavy chamfers. You know that works for me. You got a place. They're telling you where to put your finger here, okay? You do feel this clip, but it is not bad. 4-finger grip. Thumb goes right here on that jimping, or you can come out here to that harpoon area, and that feels real good. So for cutting, it works. It really does. Well, I'm going to go back here because it's more comfortable for me. Now, I will tell you this. This cardboard is not the thinnest cardboard out there. So, yeah, it struggled a little bit with that cut right at the start. So I'm not sure if there's, if there's a spot there, or wow, I'm choking to death. But it definitely cuts, but you can see there's a spot there where it's grabbing a little bit. It feels sharp, so I don't know what that's about. Nice and thin. And again, we do have a decent plunge grind. You can see we're going to be fine probably for 5, 6, 7 sharpenings. Good access to the lock bar with a nice chamfer. We are locked up at about 40%. Now, let's go to nitpick time here, okay? By the way, there's not a chamfer on that lock bar face, but it's rounded off enough that it doesn't bother me. Easy to unlock. Now, here's what I don't understand. This is a more premium Kizer. As a matter of fact, these run $159, $169, $199 for this one, okay? Now, that's not terrible for S45 and titanium, and especially with the crystal tie. But what I don't understand is why do we have steel liners under there? We could do nested liners, or we could just do, since it's a liner lock, we could have done just a inset liner lock with just the liner on the lock side. There's a lot of options here, but to have full liners on top of titanium, I just don't understand that. This is I think this is an Azo design. I can't remember. It's not an Azo design, Casey. You're losing your mind. There's too many knives here on the table. It's a Stiles and Munko design. There we go. But I just don't understand that. To me, a nested inset liner on just the lock side and no liner on this side would have been the way to go. The jimping's great. Everything's great. I will say this. You do feel that clip. Again, not bad. My big thing here with this one is it's just a little harder to deploy. Now, when I go thumb, you see my thumb hits right there because this is inset so deep for that finger well. I just wish that wasn't quite as deep. But again, nitpick. And again, I can't middle finger flick right now very well because my finger hurts. But again, same deal over there. Just a little more awkward. You guys know I like a longer hole, but the hole shape does work. You can see I can flick it. Matter of fact, not hurting too bad right now, so we'll do it again. Good detent, good break on that detent. Those are nitpicks. Now, it's on bearings as usual. There are a bunch of versions of this guy. available. It is a beautiful design. Again, just a couple of things there that I personally would have done differently. You guys know, I always give my honest opinion, like it, love it. I want you to know what I think of the knife, truly. So if you do end up getting one, you're not like, well, Casey said this was great and it sucks. Okay? I'm giving you my opinion. Now, there is a titanium and gold flake carbon fiber version for $159, a titanium and Brittany blue camo carbon for $169. There is actually, this one has crew wear and Damascus. Holy moly. Titanium and Damascus and crew wear for $299. And then the one you see in front of you with the crystal tie, they call it purple snowflake. I think it's blue and purple, but that's okay. And this one is $199. Boy, these are not real. This is not really a fast overview. I am like dragging along trying to give all my opinions. 7 inches. Thumb hole, again, blade length is 3.09 with a 0.11 inch stock. So again, it should cut a little bit better than it was snagging over there. And it is 3.49 ounces. All right, we will come back to it for some comparisons and whatnot. Now we have the Skinner, and the Skinner is a super interesting shape. I mean, guys, how do you look at this and not just go, wow, that's really cool. Now, this is a Torbay Knives design in Nitro V and Ultim. It is a little milled, good and grippy. Yeah, definitely. You have a really interesting shaped handle, but it feels really good. Again, you do feel the clip. In this case, by the way, the Aura is not reversible. I also forgot to tell you on the Aura, I always forget this. No blade play, no lock rock, and we are dead centered, okay? Now, on the Skinner, we'll just go ahead and hit all that stuff real quick. No blade play, no lock rock. We are dead centered, and we are locked up this time at about 10. It's a short lockup, but not bad. Now, we don't have a pass-through, but you can see the lock bar sticks up just slightly, so you can just reach across. It's easy. It doesn't have a heavy... Yeah, it does have a good chamfer, actually. I take that back. Good break on that detent. Really nice. If you're going to do a knife that's down in here and only has a flipper tab, it should be good. It's a little bit of a pokey one. There isn't any jimping, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just cranking. Now, you have kind of a well for your finger here, which is actually really cool. You hit that jimping, feels pretty good. My only issue is where they milled this back. This spot right here is a little sharp. The lock bar, that whole area is a little sharp, and the uptick of the clip is hitting me right there. That is, yeah, that's it is good in and out of the pocket. It carries very light and slender, and this one, if I remember correctly, yeah. Again, maybe it's just this cardboard, guys. I think it's this cardboard. I think, yeah, we're fine. Both of these knives are fine. I think it's just this cardboard is just weird. This is new cardboard I just cut off the other day from a box. It's just kind of got some weirdness going on. But you can see very nice edge, great sharpening choil. You do have a slant there, so probably 2 or 3 sharpenings. You're good, maybe 4. And again, you do have a choil you can use for a finger choil if you'd like. And really cool. Now, this one, there are 2 versions. There is this version, and then there's a Nitro V and micarta version with some crazy milling on the micarta. That one is $69.95, and this lovely Ultim one is $79.85. It's funny, Ultim feels like since it's plasticky, it should be cheaper, but it's not. 8 inches overall, Torbay design, 3.32 inch blade with 0.11 stock, Nitro V, 4.67 inch handle length, and guys, it weighs only 3.07 ounces, which is for an 8-inch knife. That's really nice. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the last folder, and then we're going to go real quick on the fixed blades. Now, you guys know I've kind of moved on from micarta. but I really dig the micarta on the Meteora. This is like giant mouse micarta. That's the grip on this. It's almost like burlap. I love this micarta very much. I have said that from the moment this guy came in. It is in Nitro V, $69.95. There is an aluminum version with some really cool milling for $79.95, and a rich light version with a black blade for $69.95 as well. You have a reversible clip. And yeah, I mean, really cool. I like the Meteora a lot. It comes out to the end. It's dead centered. You have a thumb stud, and you have a front flipper. Now, you just saw there, I think the detent is a little light. They did that because of the location of the thumb studs, in my opinion. I wish the detent was a little stronger. Does it work? Absolutely. Does it shake out? Nah, bro, it doesn't. It works really good. Now, guys, contoured handles. Magnificent in the hand, and you got this nestled, by the way, nest mucky looking blade, nestled area with jimping, and this just feels so good. Let's do the specs real quick, and then I'm going to show you a couple more things, and we'll go on. Now, this guy is, I like this one. Okay, now this is designed by Evgeny Bulichev. I guess that's right, 7.7 inches, 3.22 inch blade length with a 0.12 inch thick Nitro V blade, 4.48 inch handle, and 3.72 ounces. We have full liners with milling. You can see we're locked up at about 15. Good access to the lock bar. No, tiny little chamfer there, not a whole lot. And we have the I don't really care for the scalloping, but okay. Does move over pretty easy, but if you were hitting that a lot, like over and over, fidgeting with it, you're going to end up with a little mark on your thumb, but who cares? It is on bearings. All these are really, really cool. Now, when we're locked up, there is no blade play or lock rock, and we're going to cut. Yeah, it's this cardboard, guys. It ain't these knives. Good. So back to the Aura. The Aura cuts fine. Okay, this is just ridiculous cardboard, but it is what it is. Love the shape of this blade. This is fantastic. It almost gives you that lineup of a spear point blade without being a spear point. So yeah, the Meteora is probably my favorite of these three folders. All right, now we got two fixed blades. Now, both of these are kind of odd for me in the fixed blade category. Are they good? Are they well done? Absolutely. The first, I'm going to put them both out here. So the first one here is this guy. This is the Polaris. Polaris is $79.95. It looks like there's 4 versions. This is burlap micarta and I think G10. Yeah, so black G10. Burlap micarta. You can see really cool stuff going on. Looks like you got a pommel back here, kind of you can like, I don't know, break a window or whatever you want to do with it. It comes with a tech lock. It has on that sheath, it has a sharpener up top there. $75.95 on this guy. Now, you can see, by the way, no movement. Pops off of there real easy. Now, you just saw the craziness of this thing. This thing is wild. It has a chisel grind, so it's not ground on this side. So it should be a little easier to sharpen in the field, okay? Now, I don't get this, okay? Now, it's thick stock, so I guess this is to remove material and, to remove material to make it lighter. Cool. But, material's going to get caught in there, and I just don't like the way it looks. Now, you can see that big old thick guy comes way down like this. Now, let's see how, I haven't cut with this guy yet. Interesting. So the way a chisel works, guys, sometimes a chisel grind, and I've mentioned this, you got to be so it's cutting great. This is not a problem. But you got to kind of push down into the cut because it wants to push you out because it's such a ramp. I mean, look at that. It is crazy. So it cuts well. You have jimping all over the place. So you could be here in a pinch grip here. You could be out here. You can just see that chisel grind. but I love the handle. It is a very bulbous, rounded, contoured handle. It has just a palm swell, feels absolutely magic in the hand. Great sharpening choil, no issues there. And yeah, I mean, interesting knife, really odd, but really interesting. Now, like I said, $75.95, designed by Azo, almost clearly meant to be an outdoors knife, survival or whatever, 8.91 inches overall, with a drop point blade, 4.23 inch blade with a 0.14 inch thick spine. And it is a full tang, of course, 4.88 inch handle, in G10 and burlap micarta, 6.32 ounces on that guy. Now we've saved the absolute the craziest one for last. The Polaris, pretty cool, different, but pretty cool. Man, we have got cardboard everywhere. The hidden agenda. Now, why do I say that? I'm just not big on double sharpened knives. Now, some of you guys, maybe you are, okay? This is a Justin Lundquist design. You can really tell that. And it is cool. And it was a wonderful stump sticker. But you see what I just did there? That I am the put my thumb up here on the spine guy. So I don't particularly care. Now, it is going to be a good piercer, okay? And I'm sure, see, I keep trying to put I'm just not used. I don't know how to grip this knife, guys. I really don't. I need a place to put my thumb. So I guess you're supposed to grip it more in a hammer grip. I'm sure it cuts. Yeah, it does. And it is really interesting. It's got this coated blade, the purple grippy lines here, which are really cool. It is a really interesting knife. Now, the other part about is getting it out of the sheath. Now, I would almost, if I were to keep this, I would definitely put a lanyard on here to help me get it out, because I am not putting my thumb here or here to push it out, okay? Maybe there, and just be really careful. It is locked in there. Really cool. You do have an ulti-clip for pocket carry. I'm just going to yank it out of there for me. Again, with that ulti-clip, that'll make that easy to do. And yeah, it's a great stump sticker. And again, if you do the hammer grip, it's pretty comfortable. It's just not really, man, it's not a knife I feel comfortable with. Now, you may say, oh, you're a winner or whatever. It's okay. Say what you want. Now, this one is $139. It's in 10V steel. With this really cool coating. There is a $65.95 version with AEBL and G10. There are actually two of those, which are really cool. I'll have links to all this stuff down below. Boy, this is a long video for you to say wrap fast first impressions, but it is 5 knives, guys. I'm doing my best. All right. So Justin Lundquist, again, really cool designs, always a little bit different. And this is a dagger, 7.38 inches with a 3.5 inch blade, 0.13 on the stock. But again, it's almost like having a grind and then a swedge, even though you've got just this double grind. So it works pretty well. A 3.87 inch handle. It says this one is aluminum on the handle, and you have a full tang design, black and purple, 3.07 ounces. And again, this particular one is a little more costly, but it is really, really cool looking, especially with that 10V steel, 139 on that price. All right, let's get everything up here and let's wrap this long-winded video up, like a 20-minute video, but it is 5 knives. So we have the Polaris at the top, the hidden agenda, we have the Meteora, we have the lovely Skinner, and we have the Aura. Guys, I'm not going to do all my comparisons. There's not really room here. I will hold up. Matter of fact, can we see it up here? The Ontario Rat 1 is basically bigger than everything except the Polaris, and the Ontario Rat 2 is going to be smaller than everything, okay? So now it's about the same size as the Aura. So there you go. There's your comparisons. Guys, we're going to wrap this up. Let me know what you think of these. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all. This is Kizer overload, but I wanted to get these out since they've been out for quite some time. By the way, just looking at what I was looking at, it looks like all of these in some way or another, let me double check, but in some form or another, I believe all of these have at least one version in stock, which for being July releases for Kizer, that's okay. I want to double check on the Aura. Okay, so all those. Yes, so everybody has at least one version in stock, and most of them have all the versions in stock. So go check them out. And guys, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all. And thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel.